All right, guys, movie review time. I just got back from watching Ti West's prequel to X, Pearl. Let me give you my initial thoughts. Now, if you guys remember my review of X, you guys know I absolutely loved that movie. I thought it was a fantastic addition to A24's filmography and just another really solid, effective slasher film. So naturally, I was very excited for Pearl. First things first, Mia Goth. She needs to be considered for an Oscar, but that's a conversation you guys aren't ready to have. This was the Mia Goth show, and she was brilliant. She co-wrote this movie with Ti West, and it is absolutely apparent that she wanted to show the world what the fuck she was capable of behind the camera. And now we know. She's fucking amazing. Now the question you're all probably wondering, did I enjoy Pearl more than X? The answer is no, and I can assure you that is not a bad thing at all. Pearl is still a 3.5 out of 5-star movie for me on Letterboxd. I absolutely had a blast with this thing in the theaters. But at the end of the day, Pearl is more of a slow burn character study. It is a prequel to X. We are diving into Mia Goth's character, Pearl, a little more. And the slasher horror elements of this film definitely take a backseat to the character study we are presented with. Whereas X is just full-blown slasher. And I absolutely fucking loved that. But Pearl works. Pearl works on many different levels. We saw it in X, and now we're seeing it again in Pearl. Ti West is bringing a lot of his experimental filmmaking techniques and just running with it. He's playing around with his editing tools. He's playing around with his shot selections. He's just having a great time filming these films. And that's one thing I absolutely love about X and Pearl. Ti West is just doing his thing. He cares about his craft. He cares about being a little experimental here and there. He's trying new things. He's being ballsy, and they're paying off. Now, this is A24, and much like X, it is a slow burn. We get the classic artsy-fartsy A24 things, and because of that, Pearl suffers a little bit from pacing in the first act of this movie. It takes time to get into it. It takes time to understand where this film is headed. But I can assure you, once we get going, that final act, brilliant. Mia Goth has like this incredible monologue that just had me locked the fuck in. And then she gives just the most demonic look at the end of this movie that carries through the credits. It's incredible. It's fucking awesome. Guys, I like a good character study. That's what this film was. I love a good slasher film. This film had some great slasher elements to it. I think Ti West is crafting a really top-tier horror trilogy here. I'm very excited to see how Maxine turns out. But as of right now, between X and Pearl, I'm impressed, and I've enjoyed both of these films a lot.